Hey friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So as you can see, I am not at my homestead right now. I have, on a regular basis, people reach out to me, sending me emails, private messages and everything, asking me if I know of any properties that are for sale in Arkansas because they're wanting to move here, they're wanting to homestead here and things like that. And you know, this happens so often that I thought I would do a video for y'all today that's completely different than anything that I normally do here on the channel. It just so happens that I know a couple who is going to be selling their home. They are moving to another state to be closer to family, and I thought, well, why don't I come and give a tour of their property and show you this beautiful property, because let me tell you, if I had the money for it, I would be buying it like yesterday. It's amazing. I will insert here some audio of her describing the property, and I'm going to show you some photos of the house and things like that. But one of the things I'm going to do is go on a little bit of a hike and show you something that's super special about this place that's just like, oh, I wish I had this on my property. But we are in northwest Arkansas. We're in the Ozark Mountains. As you can see behind me, there is a beautiful, nice, big, flat area. And I look at that and I think, oh my goodness, this is like the perfect garden space. It's you know, almost completely level. There's a fire pit, if you can see that big concrete thing right there in the middle with the stonework. That's a fire pit for, you know, s'mores and campfires and all of that. I'm like, oh my goodness, my gardener's heart just drools over this beautiful space. And I can just imagine all of the gardening things that I could do here. And having that circle there in the center for their fireplace, I could envision doing garden beds coming off it like the spokes of a wheel. I love the idea of that, and then having the campfire thing right in the middle. But anyways, this property is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to show you some photos here, and I'm going to have my friend describe the property. You know, like I said, so many people reach out to me about wanting to move here. Do you know of any property for sale? Well, it just so happens not only do I know this one, but I recently found out about two more. So I'm going to share all three of those here in this video.
Yeah, so we're out here in Rudy, Arkansas, and just a beautiful property. We're on 28 acres. I believe there are about 5 acres up here that the house is sitting on. And down the side of the mountain, there are about 4 or 5 shelves, I guess you would call them, terraces. And a couple of them, you know, we have a road that our friend recently made that goes down almost all the way to the spring-fed creek with a swimming hole. And we'll be showing you guys that during our hike. On a few of the levels, the land is so wide. There are just so many things possible with it with the right investor. You could clear it and have multiple home sites on each level. You could clear it and plant whatever and have your animals down there. It's accessible now to a lot of other old logging roads. Our road has now connected to. It's just a beautiful property overall. We just love it out here. The house is 4 bedrooms plus an office and 2.5 baths. We have 2,400 square feet here and a wraparound terrace on the front and the back side of the house. We also have a RV parking spot that we have a 5th wheel set on. We never hooked it up. We decided to relocate to Florida to get closer to our aging parents. So we just didn't really get everything set up there. So there is a septic tank under there that we haven't connected to, and it has its own access to the road. We have cable internet here. So
high speed. We
both work remote in finance, and so it's just been incredible having high-speed Wi-Fi out here. We have city water, but we also have a well. The well house is up by the road, as you saw. The well, we never put, it just needs a solar pump we were going to put on there, or some kind of pump, but it's already drilled and has a well house and everything. The house was fully renovated in 2021, 22, and that's when we purchased it. So we love how close we are. It does take about 50 minutes, I would say, when I go up to Whole Foods in Fayetteville, University of Arkansas area. And we're about half an hour from Fort Smith. We're close to Van Buren and Alma, Arkansas as well, and just a few minutes to the interstate. There are some existing fruit trees already on the property. We have a ton of deer out here. Just had a couple bucks coming up the hill recently. The previous owners have left their deer feeder on the land, and there's also a deer stand, which we're including in the photos as well. Structure there, but this kind of, it's a little wavy, but goes out pretty far.
Well, this is completely buildable though.
Yeah.
It's so, it's more level than my garden. Oh yeah, you could
and you
absolutely.
Can see how far it goes out, and then we're going to go
down again. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, this is great. So the road comes down through there. Of course, you would need four-wheel drive to get down here, I think. But right down here, you've got this great, very level area, and it's huge. Oh yeah. I mean, you could do a family compound here and have multiple homesteads.
Oh yeah, on multiple.
On each tier, one on each tier. That would be great. Look at these. I don't know if you can see that. The lighting's probably not the greatest, but it's just beautiful rock formations. And then the road kind of continues on down. We're still in this very level area, and look at over on this side. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, y'all. So pretty. And there we got a deer feeder. Oh man, deer feeder right there. We've got another great big rock structure right there. Man, I could see setting up a hunting blind right up there. That'd be a great spot.
Comparison.
Deer tracks, deer tracks, deer tracks.
And the swimming pool is after the next waterfall that way, but we can walk along it.
All right, friends, so at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I now knew of a couple of properties. So the next one is a completely renovated, updated home. Now, this one's a smaller property, so if you're not looking for a big homestead, but you just want to have a quiet house in the country in Arkansas, this might be a good option for you. It's on 2.44 acres, and this property is located in Mountainburg, kind of in the similar area as the first property.
Shop little room, and we turned it into like an efficiency.
Oh, like a little apartment?
Got a little mini split.
So this is another property that is for sale up here in Northwest Arkansas. Not too far actually from the other property, so still very close to the Fayetteville area, University of Arkansas. It's a reasonable commute up there to that area up there in Northwest Arkansas. This is kind of like a completely updated suite. I mean, you could maybe use this as a mother-in-law suite, college student, something like that, but it's separate from the main house. Got an area right back in here for storage. Maybe put up some rods, make this a nice closet, big walk-in closet actually. Got the bathroom in here. That is in there. Got a storage building out back that could be a barn, chicken coop, storage, what have you. There's 2.44 acres here. Got some stones, nice big rocks. Kids can play on those. Over here, coming in. So this is a mud room, laundry area. There. And then we've got the kitchen in here. Got lots of cabinets. Very nice. I like the windows right there over the sink so you can see out. Got another window over here. Lots of light in this kitchen, even though you're in kind of a wooded area. Got a nice pantry / utility room in here. And then this is the dining area. Come right around here into the living room. It's a good size living room. Got a gas insert here in the fireplace. And this is about 3 of my living room. So back into the dining room area, main room. Let's see, and we've got bedroom here. This is probably the master bedroom, I would guess. Got the bathroom off of that, ensuite, I think they call those nowadays. And closet. So then coming over here into a little hallway, we've got another bathroom down here. Everything is like super updated. Brand new flooring, brand new paint, brand new fixtures. This is really nice. I love the tile in the shower there. Very pretty. And then coming back out, there's a closet right here, and we've got another bedroom here. Go. And we've got another bedroom over here. So a nice 3 bedrooms plus, you know, that suite on the other side. Again, mother-in-law suite. It could be a office area. Oh, separate from the house or separate from the main house. If you work from home and you need some quiet, that would be a great place to have an office. So that particular property, the owner of it actually has another property that they are going to be putting on Zillow. It is a larger property. It's actually 2 parcels of open land near Alma, Arkansas. And it's kind of in the vicinity of I-40. So if you are looking for land that you could potentially farm on, if you know, maybe commercial, I believe they said it's kind of open. That could be used for just about anything. So that there aren't any restrictions for it. But I will put a link to that property as well in the video description down below. And then the final property is another homestead potential property. This one is 11 acres, or just shy of 11 acres. And this property is also in Mountainburg.
Well, this house is 1,907 square foot, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a double wide manufactured home.
Yeah, 2001? 2001 build.
And it's on 11 acres.
Yeah.
Or 1098 acres, 10.98 acres.
So almost 11 acres.
Yeah,
11
almost
acres,
11.
So this is the dining area. Nice. You got a nice big table in here, so there's plenty of room.
This is a 10-seater. We only have 6 chairs, but it's a 10-seater. And this is the kitchen. It has plenty of cabinets, a large area for a refrigerator, and this is our large, nice pantry. I love it. It has shelving like all the way up.
What?
Yeah.
This is the den.
Kind of like a pass through into
pass through.
Oh yeah, our
living
pass
area.
through.
People like to pass through.
Yeah, so much cabinet space.
So this is your den.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. And it has
Fireplace.
beautiful French doors that go out onto a deck.
One of the decks. Shaded in the back because there's lots of trees back here.
Yeah.
Not too much in the yard area, but yeah, there's quite a few big
Yeah.
trees that shade everything.
Yeah, nice shade for the sitting areas.
Yes, very nice.
Central heating and air.
It's a really good unit.
Yeah, so the house is really large. We've had some big gatherings here, lots of people. They're very roomy.
So master bedroom this way.
Yes, master bedroom.
So master bedroom.
Stay behind.
And the bathroom, it has a tub.
I think they call these en-suites nowadays.
Oh,
En-suite, very formal. Oh, big walk-in closet.
yeah, huge walk-in.
Lots of shelving in here. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it goes all the way through.
Yes.
Holy moly, that's huge.
Yes.
In the winter, when we kick the fireplaces on, it keeps everything really nice.
Oh yeah, we got the other
Yeah.
fireplace over here
Yes.
in the living room.
And all of the windows are double paned, which is wonderful. Not that there's a lot of noise, but it just keeps it warmer and
Better
cooler.
insulation.
Yeah. And this is our mudroom laundry room.
Okay. Mudroom, laundry room. Going outside to the other deck.
Yes.
Good film.
And then we've got one bedroom in here.
Yes.
And then we got another bedroom over here. Plenty big enough for kids.
Yes, plenty.
Bathroom.
Did you want to walk through and go out the back?
All right, then going out through the mudroom. So this is the other deck.
So the,
Yeah.
the water, there is town water. We're not on a well. We are on Arkansas Valley Electric. So we have a 200 amp meter here on the outside.
We have the 2-car carport right here.
2-car carport. All right, so the house is right here, and then down past the big fenced yard is the workshop.
Can I tell you about the workshop?
Sure.
So it's a 30 by 40 workshop. The middle of the workshop, it's pretty high. The high bay is probably about 15 or more feet. Because I put a 10-footer in there, and I could almost reach the ceiling if I was on the top of the 10-footer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's about 20 feet.
That's probably about 20 feet tall.
Yeah. It's got a 200 amp
15, 20
service.
feet. Yeah.
200 amp service panel that's separate from the house. So it's got its own panel, own meter. It's got plumbing. It's got a deep sink. There's some connections for like air compressor. It's already, that's plumbed in there. It's fully insulated inside, so
Very
it stays warm most of the winter as long as you keep it closed up. Yeah. And then on the back side of this, there's a 2-car carport. We just got our little camping trailer parked in there right now in the middle.
So additional parking back here.
So yeah, the front half is about 4.5 acres. It's pretty much flat, level,
And cleared.
The remainder from where we're standing here is wooded. There's a trail, a paved trail. Well, not a paved trail, but there is a trail, an established trail, that you could ride up to a clearing that's a hunting area. That's a few acres
And
level.
it's mixed.
That's leveled, mixed, semi-cleared with a hunting stand.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Very.
We're so far back off the road, it's really so quiet. And it's like in the mornings, if you're out here in the porch and you're just having a cup of coffee or reading or whatever, it's so nice to not hear neighbors all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you've got the pond out here,
Yes.
and I see you've got a garden started over there.
Yes. We have a couple of wonderful things.
It's our volunteer garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a volunteer garden this year. God has watered it and he's taken care of it. I'm so grateful. But we do have, so it's 2 raised beds and then there's 5 beds in the ground. We have 2 apple trees that are in their 3rd year. And then we have our little fire pit that we lined with rocks. Have an amazing amount of wild blackberries that line this whole area.
The backside of the pond.
The backside of the pond, and they
love it there.
oh my goodness, yes, they produce.
Because that backside of the pond is a little runoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they produce very well there. And then up top, on the top of the hill, there's also American beauty berries that make excellent jam.
There's
Jelly.
a recipe for it on my website.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yep. It's definitely homestead ready.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, because a lot of my viewers, my subscribers, they're looking for homesteading.
Yep.
And so you've got like ideal space out here to
Yes.
have pasture,
Yes.
sheep,
Yes.
goats,
Yeah.
Mini
With a
donkey, mini mule
watering
if you want,
hole.
like I have.
With a watering
With a
hole.
water hole.
That
Absolutely.
Pond
That's
is
huge.
15 feet deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So-
great.
And it has 3 little streams that come into it
Feed
that are
That feed it.
that feed it
Yeah.
almost year round. They're almost always running.
Uh-huh.
And then there's one little one that leads out of it, which
For the
waters
overflow.
the blackberries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and there's fish in it. I don't know what kind, but there are fish.
There is, in the front of the property, there's a creek, Springfred Creek.
Oh.
But it doesn't really, it only comes to our property for
A few feet.
maybe 50 feet.
Yeah.
And it goes, see that tree line, that small tree line that's sort of coming out? Short trees? There's a little creek that goes diagonal into a massive pond that our neighbor has. It's huge, huge. But it's, I discovered it last year. I didn't even know. When it was so dry and we didn't have any rain forever, I was doing the yard work and I was noticing that this thing is still running. And I look at both directions where the rain runoff would come on, and each direction it was dry.
So it's a spring.
Yeah, so I was doing a little looking. I'm like, that's where it's coming from. It's coming from the ground.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Yeah. I was like, Aaron, we have a spring. How do we get the water from there
To
over
our
here?
house.
Yeah.
So that's so
All
cool.
right. Well, and then of course, plenty of space for gardens,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
plenty of space for chickens, and then you've got hunting space.
Yes.
So
And lots of deer.
and lots of deer.
Yes.
so much with
Lots of deer.
Yeah, northern Arkansas deer,
Yes.
not little Alabama dog-sized deer.
Oh no, no, they're very large.
All right, friends, so if you are interested in any of these properties, I am not a realtor. I just happen to know the people who are selling these. So if you are interested in any of them, don't come to me with questions. I will put the contact information for all of these properties in the video description down below. I will label them as video number 1, Mountaintop Rudy property. Property number 2, Renovated home in Mountainburg. And then, property number 3, the 11-acre homestead in Mountainburg. And then, of course, the other 2 parcels. So I will put all of those in the video description down below. So whichever property you're interested in, refer to the video description where you can get the contact information for each of those and get all of the details that you may be interested in. So that is it for today, friends. Thank you for joining me here for a little tour of Arkansas. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.